Get him? You got him. You got him. You got him. Pull him. Reel him in. Reel him in. Reel him in. All right. Hey guys. So this is the first morning here. Me and Kamora's survival rafting trip here. And this is pretty much our supplies here. So there's our tent, and kayak, and we got the inflatable over there. So we actually had a late start. Got halfway to the boat ramp and then realized I didn't have my phone, so I had to drive all the way back. So we actually did pretty much a nighttime river run. So it was a little bit scary for Kamora, but she handled it like a champ. I just told her to trust her skills and trust the river, and yeah, I went through a few runs in the dark, but I've done this before, so I knew kind of where to go and what was to be expected. But yeah, I mean, well worth it. I mean, yeah, by the time we got close to our spot here, she was all singing and laughing like usual. So it was really cool because she had a lot of trepidation, and I was just telling her this is a good lesson in life, because a lot of times in life you're gonna go towards a destination that you're not really, you can't see ahead of you, and you just have to trust in your skills and your instincts, and just keep on going forward, and you eventually will reach your destination. Because a lot of times, the most rewarding destinations are the ones that you can't really see in front of you, but that once you get there, it's worth it. So you just gotta be courageous and move on forward. So anyway, it's definitely worth it. It's beautiful morning, and the sun is up and it's blowing, and it's really, life is just beautiful. It's just awesome out here. Quiet, serene, clean, fresh air. Can't ask for anything better. It was just so awesome. Once again, at camp last night, just seeing my daughter laugh and sing and be in good spirits and looking up at the stars. It was just, life can't be more perfect. So I'm gonna get to some fishing here. It's about 7 a.m. in the morning, so try to catch some fish in the morning, and then start at breakfast when Kamora wakes up. Pretty much just bottom bouncing this Kitech. This stuff just does not rip through. It's like old man's beard, but underwater version. Alright, so after catching just nothing but siren's hair, I decided to go with the topwater bait, or actually a subsurface Mikey Jr. here. It's a wake bait, but it'll go about 2 feet down. Keep me away from the weeds here. I don't know if you guys ever seen this lure in action, but it is pretty wicked. I mean, look at the way it just dangles there. I mean, it just contorts sideways just like a dying fish. I mean, look at that. It's just so realistic. And then the swimming action is pretty wicked. Okay, I think I'm gonna go for the grub, even though I'm gonna catch some algae with the grub. It is a little more streamlined. It won't catch it as bad as the swim bait. I need to start a fire here soon to cook up some food here for Kimora when she wakes up. My favorite grubs are the Kalins because they have the best combination of color and toughness, but their plastic is really stretchy. It's very hard to break, and it's much better plastic than like the Z-Mans. There we go. What did I say, man? Grub did it. There's just something about grubs and smallmouth in summer. Little guy. All right. Self-release, love it. Wish all dinks would do that. There we go. Well, this is like a nice one. But these river smallies are always like so much stronger than pond smallies. Ooh, that is a nice one. Nice. Oh, that is a decent one, yeah. Such a fighter. These guys are such fighters. Wow. Such a fighter. I love smallies. Yeah. Thanks, buddy. Get you back in there. Rarely have to revive bass like you do trout. All right. Let's catch us another one. Looks like white might be the color. Got 2 for 2 with this grub. I mean, there's something about smallies in the summer and grubs. I mean, if you get the right color, you're on. Let's see here. Let's go with 3 for 3. Cast. All right, I think that one's gonna get us a bass right there. Oh, there we go. Not as big as the second one there, but I'll take it. Fighter. Look at that. All day. fishies all day now when you turn it. All right, buddy. Come on. Hey, buddy. Nice thing I love about river fishing is you just keep on moving. Good exercise and kind of good for the mind when you're fishing, you know, versus like fishing a pond where you're just like standing in like the 4 different places that you can fish. Oh yeah, man, this will not get old. Look at that, I'm a little scrapper. I'm tempted, if I keep getting all these small ones, I'm tempted to put a fly rod out there too. They'll be such good fighters. I mean, this thing fights like a 14-inch trout, you know. Yeah, a little scrapper. I mean, that's just awesome. Gosh. Thank you, buddy. Fatty. Alright. Come on, get you out of here. Thanks, buddy. Awesome. Man, I love how they hit those grubs. Bam. No slow bass bite there, dude. It's just bam. Oh, got him. Oh man, this is just gonna be an epic day. Oh jeez, it's only like 8 o'clock and I mean these bass are just slamming this grub. I tried swim bait, crankbait, LV 500, and I mean I only had 1 bite on the swim bait, but I mean these grubs is almost like every cast. And these guys are just such scrappers. I mean these river smallmouths, they're healthy, chunky guys. Never gets old, tell you that, man. Oh, okay, buddy. All right. Well, he just threw up his meal. Looks like a little fish. Eating a little fish. Look similar here, guys. That's what the bass was eating. Might just leave it there. I might come back and finish that up for that bass. Looks kind of good. Sushi. There we go. You guys are such fighters. Never gets old, guys. All right.
Daddy caught one, Litsky. Yep.
Is it small?
It's a bass. It's a medium. Yeah, it's medium size. You're small. Oh, where's my pliers? You're small. How about that? Pretty cool, huh? They're like, this is a spot. Let's see. Let's try out theory. Did they mark a spot for you? Did somebody say, Kimora, this is the spot?
I saw someone was camping right there.
What?
Someone was camping all the way over there by that Moose's poop place. It's so sandy right here. No, nobody really comes to the limit. I might just like to swim or something.
Oh, we got him. Oh, yeah. There we go. Oh, look at that.
It's little.
Food up there, you're right, though, right? Look at that. That's a good sized fish.
Oh.
That's a pretty medium sized fish.
It's really fat.
Yeah, it is a chunkster. Can I get a little chunkster? Alright guys, so here we are, we're doing the catch and cook here, and this here is just a probably was a 12-inch smallmouth bass, and I only keep the smallest bass possible that can feed me and Kimora. So you know, always let the real big ones go, you know, just to keep the big ones in the gene pool, and to you know, keep the population going. And then also, you know, one thing to consider when you're eating fish, in a lot of places in the U.S. and you know, unfortunately in Oregon, there's lots of PCBs and a lot of mercury. So you know, the smaller the fish you can get away with eating, the better, just because it's got less amount of mercury. So you know, the larger the fish, the more time they've been in the river, the more other you know, the smaller fish they've been eating on, and the more chance of you getting higher concentrations of toxins and mercury. So that's one thing to consider. So basically, this recipe is really nice because it's minimal prep. So basically, you just cut the head off of the bass, and as you can see there, and you don't really have to scale it. You just basically cut slots in it on both sides, gut it. Yeah, that's that one's good. I'll grab it. I didn't think it was that heavy. There's Kimora trying to get firewood, but I didn't notice that firewood was as big as she was. So anyway, back to the fish. Yeah, so basically just gut it, and then don't need to scale it. Just cut slots in it on both sides, just so the flavor can seep in. And then what you want is basically diced tomatoes, any brand. I like the Italian style just because it's got other herbs and stuff in it. You want to just get the Grill Mates, and then what I do is I just take half of it out, put 2 tablespoons of salt, and then also just fill it completely with chili peppers, just because I like things spicy. And then we have a bushel or bunch of cilantro. You want to use a whole bunch per fish. And then we got onions, and just use as much onions as you like. Everybody has a different preference, but the important part is really the cilantro, because that takes away the fishy smell and the fishy flavor, or any other flavors that you don't like if they're in like dirty waters and stuff. Cilantro actually does a really good job taking the funk out of the taste and the smell. And then I usually like to add at least 2 jalapenos, and I also like fresh garlic, but a lot of times I will just use like the Grill Mates with the roasted garlic, just to save on prep time. So roasted garlic and herb. Yeah, so you got your diced tomatoes, roasted garlic and herbs. So basically take half of it out, and then just put 2 tablespoons of salt, and then fill the rest with chili peppers, a bushel of cilantro, as much onions as you need, and then jalapenos for the extra spicy flavor, just for the heat. Works really good. And then, like I said, bass, I pretty much just chop off the head, gut it, no need to scale it, just cut slots in it, and that's about all there is to it. And just put it on tin foil. And what you want to do is pretty much spice that up on both sides. Spice it up on both sides. Alright, and you will use the whole can here. Thanks for getting the fire going, Lillian. Let's put some more tinder there. We need some more little pieces of wood there. You could just basically get these ones. Yeah, blow it from this side. I distracted her from her fire tending by sending her out to get more firewood, so not her fault. Okay, and then I will also just put some on the diced tomatoes. And one thing I would always recommend is bringing a pair of scissors. Nothing's better than a pair of scissors, because you don't have a flat chopping surface, so this makes it very easy. And just chop all that on there. And jalapenos. Scissors are great. It doesn't have to be pretty. I'm not one of those guys who needs things to be cut properly. It all tastes the same.
It's hot.
Not too hot. Not too hot for you, Litskis. I'll make a spicy one and one with less of these for you, little one. The jalapenos, you know how they are there. Some are real hot, some are barely hot, but you just basically just want it just for that mild heat and then for the flavor.
This will burn really good.
And my scissors, I never wash them, because I like my food to taste different every time I cook it. If you have remains of old food on there, it always adds like a little aged flavoring to it. So you never know what extra flavoring you might taste in your food. Keeps the spice of life going. Spice of life is on old unwashed scissors. Oh, you love that stuff. You love that stuff, sweetie. You never knew that, did you, little one? That's why it's so delicious all the time. And like, what's that spice in there? I'm not familiar with it. All right. Okay. And then you just...
The tender is keeping the fire alive.
Oh, you rescued it. Good job. Sorry I made you go get that stump that weighed more than you, Lewin.
I got this one.
I saw you rolling and I was like, oh man, I didn't see the other side. It looked small until you stood it up. You're such a champ, man. All right. Yep, so you basically just roll this up. Roll it up. Just like that. And then you wait till you get your fire, your coals hot. You stick it in the fire about roughly about 30 to 40 minutes. So yeah, it just really depends on how hot your fire is, how big the fish is. Yeah, basically once the fish is it falls apart by itself and it's flaky, and then it's ready. So just you just have to poke it once in a while. All right, guys, it's the next morning. So we ended up eating my fish, and this is Kimora's fish. She just got done keeping the fire going, got this warmed up. So let's take a look at how the fish turned out. There we go, look at that. Yep, so that's how it should look. So you got your cilantro and your tomatoes, and everything just kind of drips through the fish, and then you have your fish right there, and that's just like delicious right there, and all the flavors are just soaked in. Yep, fish looks good, and as you can see, the skin just pretty much almost disintegrates. You don't really see it. Yep, and that's it. It is delicious. Are you ready to eat, little one? Take a few bites of your fish. Gonna try it? How is it? Good? All right. Already eating marshmallows for breakfast? And there you go. That's what Kimora eats for a healthy breakfast. Marshmallows. At least during camping, I guess. Wish I could get away with eating like that. Look at that. That is just delicious. Kimora is making me my first s'more ever. I've never had a s'more in my life.
Eat it from this side, or yeah, you could tear it apart if you want.
Okay, I'll tear it apart.
So gooey, isn't it? Isn't it good?
That is delicious. I've missed it out all my life. Thank you, little one.
You're welcome.
That was awesome. Look at that. Thank you.
Welcome. Since you helped me, I'll help you.
Well, always gonna have s'mores now. Alright, so Kimora insists that I show you the sky. I mean, look at that. That is just beautiful. It's so cool when your own child could tell you, point out the beauty of nature. It's usually the other way around, but Kimora's just awesome like that. Alright, look at that monstrous thing. Look at that.